So finally, we are in the last part of our ER model series. So this is the seventh part of our DBMS chapter. So talking about class hierarchy. Now, as we have already discussed about entity set, but entity sets normally, as described, they could be further subdivided. They could be in a specialized, like we have some specialized entity set and we want to generalize them, or we have a generalized entity set and we want to specialize them. So we need to have some hierarchy, like as we can say, in the generalized and specialized, whatever entity set attribute will be there in the generalization will also be there in the specialization part. So keeping in viewpoint of this, there is a provision of is a relationship, which is a hierarchy relationship, and it shows a relationship between the generalized and specialized entity set. Like for example, we have an employee entity set with employee number, employee name, and department, but we have like con- contract ID and duration, along with hourly pay and hourly wage and hourly pay for some other kind of workers. So if we are like storing every data set, like if we are storing every details of the data set, then we can see that this is a complete generalized part. This so we could see that if an employee can be subcategorized into an hourly employee or a contract based employee, so an hourly employee will only have hourly wage or hourly pay, and a contract employee will have contract ID and also the duration of it. But both of these hourly employee or contractual employee will need to have an employee number, employee name, and department as common for both of them. So this is coming in higher hierarchy, and we can say this is a generalized part. And to specialize, we will use a is a relationship like this, and we will just separate them. So in hourly employee, we have the same employee number, employee name, department, but hourly wage and hourly pay as just two extra attribute. Whereas in contract employee, we will now have only employee number, employee name, and department as mentioned in the generalized entity set, and we will just add the contract ID and the duration. So this is actually very helpful. And the last part is an aggregation topic, in which since we have already discussed so many variants of entity set, so this is one variant of a relationship set. So if one relationship set participates in another relationship set, so there is an aggregation kind of a property, we could say. So for example, if an employee monitors the sponsorship of a project of by department, so here we have like two important terms: sponsorship of a project by department as one complete relation, and employee monitoring the sponsorship of this project. So this is another complete different relation. So sponsorship and monitoring are there, but this monitoring is done over a total sponsorship of the project by the department. So we need to first have project sponsorship department, and then we need to aggregate the monitor, employee monitor. Okay, so relationship over relationship, and we cannot just place the monitor relation over sponsorship, because it is just not it because it is not only relation of the sponsorship, but it is a complete relation over project sponsorship by the department. So it monitors all the project sponsored by the department. So we just cannot put relation over a relation and do it in a normal way. So in this way, aggregation has to come in role over in such problems or in such problem statements.